Hello everyone, welcome to Wednesday Wigglers. This is story time that is geared to children who are in kindergarten, pre-K, preschool, 2-year-olds, or anybody that wants to listen to it. I'm Mrs. Wheeless and I'm going to play my auto harp. We'll have a welcome song. Welcome to story time, welcome to story time. We'll have a real good time right here at story time. I'll read some books to you, we'll do some singing too. Welcome to story time, welcome to you. Skip to Maloo now, skip, skip, skip. Skip to Maloo now, skip, skip, skip. Skip to Maloo now, skip, skip, skip. Skip to Maloo, my darling. Now we're gonna clap. Clap to Maloo now, clap, clap, clap. Clap to Maloo now, clap, clap, clap. Clap to Maloo now, clap, clap, clap. Clap to Maloo, my darling. Let's tap your foot. Tap to Maloo now, tap, tap, tap. Tap to Maloo now, tap, tap, tap. Tap to Maloo now, tap, tap, tap. Tap to Maloo, my darling. If you would like to get up now, we can do some marching. March, march, march to Maloo. March, march, march to Maloo. March, march, march to Maloo. March to Maloo, my darling. Maybe you'd like to jump. Jump, jump, jump to Maloo. Jump, jump, jump to Maloo. Jump, jump, jump to Maloo. Jump to Maloo, my darling. Sit back down to Maloo. Sit back down to Maloo. Sit back down to Maloo. Skip to Maloo, my darling. Good job, good job. All right, I think we're ready for our first book. And all three of our books today are great books, and they're all about monkeys. This one is one of my favorites. It's called Betty Goes Bananas, and it was written and illustrated by Steve Anthony. If you're ready for a story, sit still and listen. If you're ready for a story, look at the book with your eyes. If you're ready for a story, lock your mouth up in a hurry. If you're ready for a story, listen with your ears. Betty Goes Bananas. Betty was very hungry. She saw a banana. She wanted to eat it, but the banana would not open. Betty used her hands to try to open it. She used her teeth. She even used her feet, but the banana wouldn't open. Then suddenly, Betty cried, "Wah!" Sniff, sniff, sniff. She kicked her feet, bang, 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 and she screamed, "Ah!" Until finally, she calmed down. "There is no need for all that," said Mr. Toucan. "Watch, I will show you how to peel the banana." Mr. Toucan showed Betty how to peel the banana, but the banana was Betty's. She wanted to peel it herself. She looked at the banana. She looked at Mr. Toucan. She looked at the banana again, and suddenly Betty cried, "Wah!" She kicked her feet, bang, bang, bang. She screamed, "Ah!" Until finally, she calmed down. "There is no need for all that," said Mr. Toucan. "You can peel the banana the next time you have one." So Betty started to eat the banana, but the banana broke. Betty cried, "Wah!" She kicked her feet, bang, bang, down. "There is no need for all that," said Mr. Toucan. "Would you like me to eat the banana?" Betty ate the banana. And the banana was delicious. Yum! Then suddenly, Betty saw another banana. And that is the story of Betty Goes Bananas. Very funny story. Now, since we had a story about Betty going bananas, let's sing a song about bananas. It's a fun song. Some of you may already know it. I like to eat apples and bananas. 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 Now we're going to make everything sound like A, like the letter A. Here we go. I like to eat apples and bananas. 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 Let's try everything sounding like O, like the letter O. I like to opals and bananas. 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 Now let's try the letter E. E. I like to eat apples and bananas. 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 Good job. All right. We're ready for the next story. The first story was Betty Goes Bananas. And the second story is Be Quiet, Mike. You can see Mike is a monkey. And the story and the pictures were done by Leslie Patricelli. This is a story about a monkey named Mike who started drumming as a tiny little tyke. You can see in this picture that he's drumming inside of his mother's tummy. Then over here he's a baby and he has a pacifier, but he's still drumming. He played with his fingers, he played with his feet, a funky little monkey with a beat, beat, beat. From the time he was a baby, he was doing all this. Bong, 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 his rhythms would sing. Smash, smash, kawash, slappity slap. But poor monkey heard only one thing. Alla, 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 balla. Now look here. He's beating on the garbage can with the tennis rackets. Bang, 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 bang. He heard something from his parents and he heard it from his sis. He heard it from the neighbors and it sounded like this. I wonder what he heard. Be quiet, Mike. Maybe he'll grow out of it, said Mom and Pop. But as Mike grew older, his rhythms didn't stop. He played on the table like a wild baboon. He played on the dolls in his little sister's room. But everywhere he played, he heard the same tune. What do you think people were saying to Mike? You say it. Be quiet, Mike. Poor Mike. Mike tried to be quiet. He tried to be still. But the beat of his heart was stronger than his will. Look, he's taped up his mouth and his hands and his feet. but he's still inside going boom, 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 boom. Mike was good at school. He wasn't one for yapping, but with pencils everywhere, he couldn't stop tapping. No noise was the rule all day long, and every single day, Mike heard the same song. What was it you think he heard? Will you say it with me? We can kind of say it loud if you want. Be quiet, Mike! People are getting tired of all that. But one day, Mike was walking with his pop when they passed by the window of a big music shop. That's where he saw it shining like a jet. A real live full set, jamming drum set. So cool. And there at the drum set, an ape with long fur, beating so fast, arms and legs a blur. He boomed on a bass drum, rolled on a snare, banged on a floor tom, sticks in the air. Boom, chick, zap, zoom, crash. Hi-hat, bass tom, smash. Wow. Mike's heart was in pieces. He couldn't deny it. He wanted that set, but he just couldn't buy it. But that want got him dreaming. That need made him think. An idea. It arrived in a blink. Aha. Let's see what his idea was. Mike took out his sketch pad and started to draw. His mind had a picture. He sketched what he saw. Then he really got to work. His room was a disaster. He ripped tape, clanged metal, faster and faster. Hammer bang, ding, boom, bam. Rip tape, tie, glue, wham. When Mike was all through, he sat down on his throne, twirled his sticks, and made a sound all his own. Diggity, diggity, zap, zoom, crash. Coffee can, pot, pan, splash. He looks happy, doesn't he? He rolled on his bucket, rang on his chimes, pulled out his bananas, and played in double time. Mike played so hard he fell off his seat, and even on the floor he never missed a beat. First chimes, then a fill, a boom, then he stopped and looked up in surprise. I wonder what he's surprised about. It was his mom, sis, and pop. Mom started clapping. Then his dad and his sis, they hooted and they cheered and they blew him a kiss. And do you know what they said? Well, it sounded like this. Play louder, Mike. Very good. So we started out with Be Quiet, Mike, and we ended up with Play Louder, Mike. All right. Very good. Now, before we have the last book, which is Caps for Sale, it's a wonderful book. Some of you may have read it before, and it's worth reading many times. But let's do a rhyme I know you all know, so you can do it with me, okay? 5 little monkeys, here's the bed. 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." How many are left? 4. 4 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." How many were left? 3. 3 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." How many were left now? 2. 2 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." How many were left? One. One little monkey jumping on the bed. He fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, what did the doctor say? Say it with him. "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." Good job. Thanks for helping me. Now, this is a favorite book for many people, Caps for Sale. And it's a tale of a peddler, some monkeys, and their monkey business. And it was told and illustrated by Esfir Slobotkina. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not like an ordinary peddler, carrying his wares on his back. No, he carried them on his head. First, he had his own checked cap. Then he had a bunch of gray caps, then a bunch of brown caps, a bunch of blue caps, and on the very top, a bunch of red caps. He walked up and down the streets, holding himself very straight so as not to upset the caps. As he went along, he called, "Caps for sale, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." Do you think you could say that with the peddler? That would make the book more fun. It's just caps for sale, 50 cents a cap. Let's try it. Caps for sale, 50 cents a cap. One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up and down the street calling out, say it with him, help him sell his caps. "Caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." But nobody wanted any caps that morning. Nobody even wanted a red cap. He began to feel hungry, but he didn't have money for lunch. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country," said he. And he walked carefully, slowly, so as not to upset his caps. He walked for a long time until he came to a big tree. He thought to himself, that's a good place to sit down for a rest. But he sat down very carefully so as not to upset his caps. And he slid back against the tree carefully so as not to upset his caps. Then he put his hand up to feel that they were okay and straight. First his own cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, and on top the red caps. All of them were there, so the peddler fell asleep. He slept for a long time. When he woke up, he felt rested and refreshed. But before standing up, he reached up to check on his caps. And the only thing he felt was just his own checked caps. His own checked cap. Where are all the other caps? He looked to the right of him. No caps. He looked to the left of him. No caps. He looked behind him. No caps. He looked behind the tree. No caps. Whoa, where are the caps? Then he looked up into the tree, and what do you think he saw? Are you guessing what he saw? On every branch sat a monkey. And every monkey had on a cap. Gray caps, brown caps, blue caps, red caps. The peddler looked at all those monkeys. He didn't know what to do. At last he spoke to them. "You monkeys, you," he said, shaking his finger at them. "You give me back my caps." But the monkeys just shook their finger at him and went tss, 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 tss. That made the peddler angry. So he shook both his fists at them and said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys just shook both of their fists at him and went tss, 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 tss. Now the peddler was getting very angry. He stamped his foot. He said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped their foot and went tss, 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 tss. This time the peddler was really angry. He stamped both of his feet. "You monkeys, you must give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped both of their feet and went tss, 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 tss. At last, the peddler became so angry that he took off his own cap and threw it on the ground. He started to walk away. But then, each monkey pulled off his hat. And all the gray caps, all the brown caps, all the blue caps, and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. So the peddler picked up all of his caps. First he checked his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, and on top, the red caps. Then slowly, slowly, he walked back into town. "Caps for sale, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." And that is the story of caps for sale. Children, thank you so much for being such good listeners. I've been happy to be with you today. And now we're just going to sing our goodbye song. When story time is over, it's time to say goodbye. When story time is over, it's time to say goodbye. Say goodbye, 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 goodbye. Time to say goodbye. Say goodbye, 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 goodbye. Time to say goodbye. Goodbye. Have a good day.